Oh, it's the Kickback Show.
That's radio.
He needs some milk.
We back. It's the Kickback Show. It's your boy, the DJ TJ.
Hey.
Whoa.
And we got two special guests in the building. Well, we got one special guest, but he brought a special friend with him too. So
Special
I'm gonna say
guest.
two special guests today. Aunt B's in the building. What's up, Aunt Bill?
What's good, bro? Thank
Welcome
you
to
for having
Dash
me.
Radio.
Finally.
Right.
Yes.
And who'd you bring with you today?
This is my good friend, Wes, period. The guy.
Yeah.
What
What,
up, Wes?
the? We in here. What's up, man?
We in here.
It's lit.
I'm notorious for saying we out here. I like that you brought the we in here.
Yeah,
We're
man.
definitely in here.
Sometimes you got to get in, you know?
Man.
Aunt Beale's in the building. So you're an independent artist, right?
I guess.
I mean, are you signed to a major label or
No.
a label? So, I mean, I
No.
guess you would consider that independent.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Joy?
Yeah, I
That's
would.
independent.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
Unless you
judging
might
by
have
the
some
diamonds
ties.
on his neck, I thought he would have had a major deal on the table or something.
You might
but-
got some ties. You feel me?
how
Some
the-
mob
Yeah,
ties,
he brought that up.
but
He said, he did
Y'all
the Harlem
crazy.
Tuck. You know about the Harlem Tuck?
You know, God is good. God is good.
man.
Yes.
Blessings.
I feel that.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you here on the Kickback Show.
Glad
We
to be
only
here,
fuck
bro.
with the dopest of the dopest.
Man,
people
only
in
the
scene.
dopest.
Yeah.
And you've been on my Spotify all week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Running
You got
them
some
numbers
great
up.
Records. Yeah, you got like you. I was looking. You streamed what 15 million streams last year or something.
Yeah.
Up
Something
there?
like that.
Some ridiculous
No.
number.
I dropped maybe one video last year. No big push. It's just all organic. Just
Wow.
from the muscle. Just people just finding it and saving it and just.
Which video was that?
The video that I dropped.
Mm-hmm.
It was what video? The joint that I did with my vessel. Don't get hyped.
Don't
Yeah.
get hyped. You can
And we
check
really
that out.
didn't. That was just like some random spur of the moment running gun shit, and like we didn't like put any push behind it. That was
No
just
marketing,
Like, no,
nothing.
it
That's
was just
crazy.
Like, yeah,
Well, congratulations on that.
Yes.
I know you have Sunshine's a really big song too.
yeah.
That you got and a remix with Rich the Kid.
On Dirty Tourist.
Oh,
yeah,
that's all, I'm sorry.
And,
you got the remix with Dirty Taurus too, which I think is one of the like the dopest titles of a record out. Period. Like
It's
I
real
had
life
to play
shit.
that one first when I was like, it's like Dirty Taurus, and then the concept of the song. I think you said something about "Catch Me Back Home." Someone talking shit about me pushing my mom's whip or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I fuck with that.
It's real shit.
It's no
is.
cap, bro.
But made me also think though, like, what kind of cars your mom drive? I was like, maybe his mom's got like a nice whip or some shit.
No.
Or is it a dirty
I
Taurus?
mean, my grandmom had the Dirty Tourist, but in that bar, I was specifically referencing my girlfriend's mom's car because
Oh, okay.
I used to drive that shit to work, and like people in my
Damn.
area would be like, "Yo, Aunt is like lit. He's so dope. Like he's always in LA. He's doing this, that,
Right.
and the third." And then they would see me around the neighborhood driving like this corny like
Right, and they want to talk shit.
Grand Marquis. Like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Put your money where it's worth.
That's your girl's mom's whip, though. Like, how did you get plugged enough to even be able to take her the mom's whip?
Finesse.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a
Like,
big
that's
for now.
hard.
That's a big for now.
Not
Yeah.
the, you feel me?
we talking to Aunt Bill.
Yeah,
Come on now.
yeah, that's a big
He
for
pulled
now.
up.
That's love.
Right.
You
Her
know.
mom's liking the video right now. It's like,
She's like, that's my son.
oh, you still with the same girl?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, love it.
So you're not single.
No.
All the ladies are like, damn. Unfollow.
His girl's like, yeah, representing.
I mean, nowadays they don't even be giving a fuck. They like.
I feel like
They
it makes you
don't.
hotter. Like
It
if
does.
you have a girl, like it's
Yeah.
almost more content, right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
demand is higher.
people want what they can't have.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it just makes it
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's definitely like the old school thing, right? Like, oh, you can't say you have a girl because then the girls won't want you.
But now
opposite.
it's the opposite.
It's the
Like,
opposite
you know
for
what I mean?
sure now. Yeah.
Hey, well, I want to get into, before we get too far into this real quick, Sunshine, which is like your biggest hit record out
Yeah.
right now, right?
Yeah.
And congratulations on all your success on that one.
Yes.
This is Sunshine, and let's get into it. Aunt Beale, y'all on the Kickback Show. I got a pocket full of sunshine right now, too.
Man, I feel so happy after that song. Like,
vibe.
I'm in a good mood now. Like, I love it.
What do you mean by pocket full of sunshine? I got to ask. I've heard the phrase before, but I feel like everybody's kind of got a different
Pocket full
meaning.
of sunshine is pretty much like whatever floats your boat. Like for me, obviously my pocket full of sunshine was like the bitches in my life that I was talking about. Like, you know,
For me, I would say
it
like
could be
some weed.
different strokes for different folks. So
Right, absolutely.
like the video was like, I can't wait till it comes out because you'll really get to see it's like a metaphor for like everybody has their own vice.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever you're into, that's your pocket full of sunshine. And it's like, you know.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
When is the video supposed to drop? 'Cause that's a big song already. I had to play that one first because it kind of sets the pace for everything else.
Soon.
This year, 2019?
Yeah, definitely.
First quarter?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's
Tear
coming
it down,
soon,
tear it
soon.
down.
Yeah.
Well,
I
shout out
don't
to
want to
that.
say because like I'm waiting on a couple things.
What, like a remix or something?
No, I'm waiting on. There's a couple different ways that it can come out, and
Okay.
I'm just waiting on like the best possible
Smart.
thing. So, yeah, it could be next month. It could be March. It could be
But it's coming.
yeah.
Hell
you,
yeah.
you know what's crazy to me? Like, isn't there one point in time, like in 2013, where you're like, I didn't want to make no more music no more? Like, you
Yeah.
felt like quitting music. To me, it's like,
Yeah,
I see
because
you now.
a lot of people don't know.
What's that all about?
Like, I've been doing music since I was 14. I'm 26.
That's
so
crazy.
A lot of these newer artists are like 19 and 20, and
Yep.
they just started.
And they still complain about how long it's taking them to get on.
Right.
So
It's
it's like-
you gotta put
crazy.
in work.
So it's like
You've been doing this for over 10 years.
So by the time I was like 22, like I already was doing this shit 8 years, been trying, you know what I'm saying? To get on and like been trying to you know, just make something.
and grow.
Right.
And you know, 8 years is a long time, and I just was like, man, I don't know what's going on. Fuck this shit. I was like in a really bad state of depression. Like I literally didn't leave my house for like a month.
Wow.
Like I lost hella weight. I'm already thin now, so you could just imagine.
Right.
Like I
That's
was pale. Like I wasn't eating. Like I wasn't going outside. I wasn't talking to nobody.
Right.
I would literally like wake up, smoke, play zombies on Xbox, and just sit. Like I had my bed in my living room, like on the floor, just
Damn.
like on some vampire shit. Like
Oh, it's your own place. You weren't like, that's not like the room you were renting.
yeah, no. Me and my girl had an apartment,
Okay.
and like she was working. I was like full-time music.
What caused you to go into this depression?
I don't even know. I really don't. Like, it was just a lot of shit going on, like personal shit, like my family, and then me just like realizing that I didn't want to do a 9-to-5 thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But like at the time I kind of had to.
Yeah.
And it was like killing me.
But
You know?
where were you working, if you don't mind me asking?
I was working at FedEx.
Okay.
Okay.
Slanging bags, boxes.
Yeah. I was working at FedEx. And
Real people have real jobs, y'all.
Yeah,
It's
it's real
important.
shit.
It's
You got
important.
bills. We got
You
bills.
got
to pay.
bills.
But actually, at
Yeah.
the time when all of this was going on, I actually didn't. I got a job at FedEx, like, or maybe I don't remember exactly what was the chain of events. But like at the time when I was in the house, like I didn't have a job, so like I didn't leave. Like I was in the house, and one day I just decided to try shrooms,
Okay.
and like the night that I was doing it, I talked about this on my Master Appeal. The night that I did it, I downloaded like this photo app on my phone. And you remember like 3-4 years back, like the 3D effect was like
Yeah.
in, and it was
Yeah.
like the red and the yellow and the blue.
Yeah, the
So
little-
I was fucking around with that, and I was like, yo, this is so intriguing.
Right.
And like it, like that night, I just was taking hella pictures with that app. And then the next morning,
Right.
and then the next morning I woke up and I was just looking at this shit. I'm like, damn, this is dope. And I was like, I just started taking pictures on my phone with me and my girl. And actually, we got like hella buzz in our hometown for taking like provocative ass, not safe for work pictures. And we
Right.
were like
Oh,
the
wow.
original rock stars in our area.
Weren't you like a photographer too? at
Yeah,
one
yeah,
point?
yeah. So this is the chain of events. So I'm taking pictures on my phone after that, and then my homie Kenneth Muse, I called him. I'm like, yo, bro, can I borrow your camera? And I went out to go pick it up. On my way home from picking it up, I fucking got pulled over and arrested.
Damn.
I had a bicycle helmet ticket in my hometown from when I was 14.
What?
No.
That's
I
whack.
I was 14.
he caught a
What?
case for a
Listen.
bike helmet.
I was 14
That's
years
insane,
old. I was
bro.
a minor.
That's
like,
crazy,
My
bro.
mom was responsible. My mom was responsible for that, and
not
she
even my
never,
fault.
Right.
she never paid this shit. So they
Oh,
arrested me
shit.
for it
Oh,
like
wow.
hella years
So
later.
they put
like,
a warrant out for your arrest for
yeah,
not wearing a bike helmet.
That's
yeah, from when I was
wild.
14.
And this was in Jersey?
yeah,
What?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
yeah. So going to pick the camera up
crazy.
on the way back, I get arrested. Long story short, whatever. Fast forward, I got like really good at taking pictures in a short ass amount of time because I like stopped doing music, and I'm like, yo, I'm falling in love with this because I'm a creative ass person.
Yeah, another creative outlet.
And when I get into something, like I really get into it, and like that's the only thing I will do until I'm like really good at it, and then I'll go do other shit. So fast forward, I just got good at it, and I started taking pictures of like everybody in the area, like just big artists in the area, anybody that I could work with, and that was kind of like my key into the door. So fast forward, I made my way out to LA originally as a photographer before any music shit.
And what were you doing?
Shooting for another artist.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Who's that?
His name's T-Dot.
T-Dot. Oh, I know T-Dot. He's actually supposed to come on the show. He's got some good, he actually just released a song.
Yeah.
Like last week, I think.
Yeah. So,
Good peeps.
I was shooting for him out here, and on like my second to last day, I met Charlie Heat. He was like, "Yo, take some pics of him. Like, he's dope. He's from Jersey." I'm like, "Cool, boom, boom." We was busting it up, and we ended up linking back home. Did a shoot for him, and I played him my music, and then he turned the radio off and was like, "Fuck the camera.
Right.
We about to make music," and that kind of like jump started me into getting back into music, and was like, yeah.
Oh, that's a good. I mean, that's
That's
a good
crazy.
jump start. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Doesn't Charlie Heat? He's affiliated with Good Music. Is he signed to Good, or how's that? Is he like an in-house producer?
I don't really know the logistics, but I just know about Facts, Charlie Heat version.
Right.
And like, you know, if Kanye gonna put your name on his shit.
Right.
Yeah, he fuck with you.
Yeah.
And you guys you and Charlie Heat have a bunch of records.
Sunshine.
Right.
Oh, No Rain, No Flowers was me and him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, it's wild.
And
Like, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say No Rain, No Flowers 2's coming out too, right?
Yeah. That's on the way. It's done. Flowers 2 and
So
3
you
is
already
both
have your
done.
whole track selection dialed in and everything, ready to rock.
For the most part, I mean, we might tweak it.
And that's
It's not
dropping this
done
year.
until it come out, but
Right.
like the music is done. We got the whole year's worth of music done already.
Wow, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So you were talking about how you're a creative and stuff. Do you take? I know you got a lot of music videos come out. Do you partake in like the direction of these videos too, or
Anything with my name on it, from the beat to the music, like I have an opinion, and like I'm gonna, you know, it's my name on it, then
Right.
I'm influencing some part of it, whether it's like, no, I want you to change this, or I want you to do that. All of the creative shit, I got a hand in it.
right?
And anything.
I can see that. That's why.
Like
I
I can't, like I gotta be in control of like my vision 100%. Like
I feel
I can't just leave that up to somebody else to just get it right. Like
Yeah.
I gotta. It's
So
my, you know, it's like my baby. Like this is my shit.
No, I feel that, and that's why I asked too, because you seem like a really creative person. There's like you've kind of gone from one to the next and next, and I also see a lot of artists, independent artists specifically, taking control of like all their assets, video, photography,
Yep.
their music they produce and they write and
I mean,
rap.
I just started getting into producing.
Okay.
Well, actually, I've been doing it for a while, but I never took it serious enough to get good at it. But like as of late, like I've been putting the time in, just like I did with photography, taking
Right.
it serious to actually get good at it. And like moving forward, you can't really like here's the thing, like I've shot music videos for other artists. I've done photography for other artists. Me and Wes have a song, Disgusting, that we about to talk about, where we made the beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be my
Co-produced it,
first.
yeah.
It's gonna be my first placement coming out of like a major. So
What label is that going to be through?
Interscope. Yeah,
okay.
I'm signed to Interscope.
So you're signed to Interscope,
Yeah.
and this is West Period, and you're a producer,
artist,
Artist?
rapper, but I still produce like a lot of my own music as well.
and so you guys have a record called Disgusting that you guys just did. You guys collaborated on both the production, and you guys are both featured on the album, on the record. It's just you two,
Yeah.
yes,
and then that's coming out on Interscope,
Yeah.
on like a compilation project or what?
No, on my album.
On your album.
Okay.
Dope. So when's your
Yeah.
album dropping?
I don't have a date yet. I'm just rolling out singles right now.
Right.
So
Okay.
Disgusting is gonna be like the
And
first
you guys
single.
just shot the video to that this weekend, right?
yep,
Sick.
crazy,
I can't wait to see that.
crazy
Wes.
in the
Dope.
West voice,
It's gonna be dope.
crazy.
And for those who don't
Crazy.
know who West Period is, you're from Orange County.
Yep.
Are you
Orange
have you
County,
born and raised
OC?
Orange County or what?
What?
Are you born and raised OC?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dig the bolo tie.
Oh, thank you. You
Not
know.
many people
you
know about bolo ties, but I got a
Western
picture
sauce.
of me with a mullet when I was like 11 years old, and I got a bolo tie.
Yeah,
on.
man. My grandpa, he's passed away now, but he had like I don't know, like a jewelry box basically that my mom, she took out all the expensive stuff. You
Right.
know
Yeah.
what I mean? But she gave me some other stuff when I
Here's
was a
yours.
kid. And that was like my first bolo tie, super fly. It's like a gold eagle.
Nice.
And
Ooh,
so I started
clean.
rocking them like maybe like 8 years ago now.
So that's
like
your thing.
Okay.
and then I just brought it back. I slowed down for a minute.
Right.
I saw this one the other day. It's like West period. It kind of just looks like a dot. You know
Yeah,
what I
that
mean? So I
works.
was like, I'm back in. Let's go.
Right.
We bring in the
Dope.
bolo back.
Watch, everybody's gonna start wearing bolo ties.
Right.
Like, you know where you got that from.
Oh yeah, I
You already
promise.
know.
We know where
Give
you
it a
got
year.
that from.
Big trendsetters.
Hey, big
And
facts.
if
By
you
the
ever
end of
see me wearing
2019,
one, I'm gonna
man.
give you a shout out.
Okay.
Because you're like, you know, my
Yeah,
man
I'ma call
inspired
you
me to
out.
bring the bolo back one time. Shout out
I'm
to
gonna call
West
you out,
Period.
bro. When I
Oh,
see you
please
do
do.
it, you know what I
Please
mean.
do.
I'm gonna be in the DMs like, what? Hey, where's my credit?
Photo
Right.
credit.
Tag,
Right.
please.
Yo,
I'll
come
just
on.
tag you on the
You
bolo
know,
tie itself.
next thing, the Fortnite character is gonna be wearing bolo ties.
we
then we
gotta
gonna
get
have
all
to.
I see already probably-
We coming for
You
all
know,
the bags.
yeah,
you feel
then
me?
we gonna have to come for the bag. Watch,
Hey, there it
watch.
is. He got his own custom line.
West Period, you're so dope. Like, I didn't even know because I watch Facebook Watch, you know.
Okay.
And you're on the theme song for Big Baller Brand's
Yeah,
TV
Big
Bob
show.
and the
bag.
family. Yeah, real
Baller
big bag.
Family,
Real
like,
big.
Yeah.
That's dope. How did you get that? Like,
Man, so it's kind of crazy. I guess you could say like growing up here in LA, well in Orange County, but you know, when it
Yeah.
comes to
LA.
the industry, it's LA. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So growing up here, like I've had the opportunity to just like sink my teeth in and be around different people like in the game for a long time. Like as soon as I was old enough to drive, we were sneaking out
Right.
at night. Like we all would tell our parents we at someone else's
Right.
house and we come into LA to like go to an all ages club
Right,
or whatever.
yeah,
You
going
know?
all night long.
Right.
some bullshit.
Right. So like all those things kind of have culminated into me like having like a couple plugs in the industry. And like
Right.
this one dude I know, I've known for a really long time. He's now the president of music for the company that creates Ball in the Family.
Wow.
And so he hit me up and was like, yo,
Interesting.
we're looking for music for the TV show. Like, we're about to do the Big Baller Brand TV show. We're looking for music. And I was like, word. And he was just talking about like a song that could be in one of the episodes, you know?
Yeah.
But when I found out, I was like, and I had Big Bag and I knew it was a banger.
Yeah.
And I wasn't dropping it because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to make sure something cool happened. And so he hit me up about that and I was like, I got the fucking song. Right? Like it's like big
You've
bag,
been
real
sitting
big
on it.
Got
bag,
you.
black man getting money like my dad.
Right,
You know what
no,
I
it's
mean?
perfect.
So it's just like, oh shit, like I have the song.
Yeah.
So I sent it to him and he hit me back like 15 minutes later and was like, this is the theme song.
That's crazy.
And it was just like, oh,
Done
so then
deal.
like anything in this game, he told me that, and then I had to wait like 3 months to find out if it was actually for
Right.
show, you know?
Right.
So I'm
I
sitting
hate
on
that. It's like you just sitting there waiting, like,
Right.
man, I'm gonna knock
Because-
on wood and just hope this
Right.
actually goes through.
because after a couple times of getting told something and then it not happening, you realize you got to
Yeah.
manage your expectations.
Yeah,
So like
I've learned
he
that.
told me it was the theme song, but I didn't really believe it until I saw the first
Saw it,
episode.
yep.
You
That's
know
all.
what I mean? And then like it came out and it was the theme song, and it's been like crazy. I went on tour this summer.
Okay.
And I mean,
Who'd you go on tour with?
I went on tour with Kesha and Macklemore all
Wow.
summer. Yeah. So
How'd you get locked in with them?
I mean, kind of just being now, ever since the theme song, like my whole life has kind of changed. Like that was a way for me to get into the industry. I got a publishing deal.
By the
from
way,
there.
I did
Oh,
the
okay.
theme song.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And that was, at the time that show was coming out, LeVar Ball was probably like the most talked.
Poppin' person,
he was
yep.
beefing with Trump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a big deal, and kind of parlaying that and some other connections. At the same time, I met this dude named Justin Tranter, who's an incredible
Yeah.
songwriter.
Right.
And he just found me off of Instagram story.
crazy.
My homegirl, she just has a bunch of followers. She came to my show. I was playing at a pizza spot. So never turn down, play any show, you know?
Right.
Like when you're trying to get your name out there,
Yep.
play anything to all
Take
the people
everything
listening.
serious.
And it was at a pizza spot, literally like 12 people there, but one of them happened to have a lot of followers.
Wow.
And this crazy songwriter just saw me on Instagram from there.
Wow.
And it was literally like one of those things where like I was in that position Ant was talking about where you just bum sad trying to figure it
Yeah.
out. During that period of
Right.
time, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was thinking about moving to Nashville.
Most success stories are like that. Like you hit rock bottom. It's like almost every person is like, I was down and out. Yeah. Never give up because the next day you never know when you're gonna get that call.
Life changes.
And it was really like that, man. It was like random. Like this dude hit me up. You want to play a show on Earth Day at a pizza spot?
Right. You're like,
all right,
whatever. Send it.
Right.
What's my set time? It's like 1 p.m.
At that time, I'm sleeping in the studio, like sleeping in my studio. Don't have a spot, like And I literally wake up the next morning to this songwriter texting me at the same time I knew things might be moving with Big Bag.
Right.
And it all just came together in this crazy way.
How do you guys come together?
Man.
Crazy.
Another Instagram.
Crazy.
Straight up. Ant posted, he made a post. It was funny because I seen him and I was like, this dude is really dope. And I had been wanting to work with him. I didn't know how to get in contact with him. And I think I'd be like, insecure sometimes about just like hitting someone up and being like, yo, let's work. Right. You don't want to be that kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
So he posted like one of those classic posts, like, who do you guys think I should work with? Let me know.
Clean.
And someone tagged me. And then once that happened, I was like, all right. So I hit him up, or he hit me up one way.
Either way,
he dodged
it just
the
was
DM
like,
for like a couple months.
It just was like,
he wasn't fucking with me at first.
Nah. It's funny because I had also seen him and I was like, yo, this dude is fly. He had on like the fucking orange satin suit and the dope ass picture. And he was like standing on his tippy toes. And I just seen this kid smiling and walking around on his tippy toes. I'm like, this dude is fire. So it just was like a classic, like social media just like worked its wonders.
Before we got a lot of music I want to touch base on real quick. That's super dope and all, and I'm excited for Disgusting, which is going to drop the next couple months.
Yeah.
But now,
next month.
Next month.
February.
I want to play Dirty Taurus featuring Rich the Kid.
Hey.
And this is Ant Beale. Ant Beale.
Yes, sir.
Featuring Rich the Kid.
Whoa.
Have you ever fucked the club up so hard they actually tried to sue you?
Ooh.
Yes.
Because I wonder if that was like a real life experience or like
not literally tried to sue me, but I opened up for this artist and like whoever has to perform after me at a show, I feel bad for him because like we literally fucked the whole shit up to the point where like they had
turntables are laying on the floor and shit.
Production was like 20 minutes behind schedule after my set because they had to clean the whole fucking venue up. Like, bro, me and my team, bro, we're throwing water everywhere. Like, we're throwing confetti. We're fucking breaking pinatas with candy everywhere. We're shooting silly string. We got balloons, blow up rafts, like sex dolls, like all types of crazy different types of shit.
I gotta catch one of these shows.
I never seen Ant Beale not stage dive.
Yeah,
every show is gonna be, come on,
so
every time.
Yeah,
you gotta catch an Ant Beale show.
I live to perform. That's like,
when's your next show?
My next show is January 24th.
Okay.
Back home, Asbury Park. Yeah, down by the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should be dope. You were talking about how you did shrooms and it kind of like changed things for you.
Yeah.
What effect do you think that had on where you're at now? Like, did it like, were you enlightened or?
It definitely, I don't know. Like it definitely brought me out of my depression. It gave me a different perspective. It definitely helped with my anxiety, like my social anxiety after like on some shit. Like as, I don't know, everybody listening, I don't know if they can relate, but like I know people with real anxiety can relate.
Right.
Like I would be scared to like go out and eat at the mall because I felt like everybody is looking at me. Like I would feel like my shoes were like weird. Like I would feel like, I don't know, like I would just feel like everybody was looking at me and like judging me the whole time. And like I would be like super paranoid. Like I didn't want to, like my girl would tell you, like I didn't even want to go out. Like
what do you think caused that?
Trauma. Shit, really? I don't know.
Real shit.
Trauma.
It all goes
childhood
back to trauma, really.
Yeah.
You know?
Fights, high school fights, or
not
what?
even fights, just like going through crazy shit, like
real life shit, not fights.
Yeah, like traumatic childhood shit. Like I've been through like foster homes, bro. I've been like, you ever had to like steal your neighbor's electricity with like an extension cord?
What?
No,
like,
I've heard stories though. I've stole cable before. I'm not gonna lie.
Cable,
Yeah, I've stealing cable.
Yeah.
But not electricity.
Yeah, like
so you've been through it.
Yeah.
Pretty rough childhood then, growing up.
Just to give you an example, like I got left back in 4th grade because I didn't have a home address, so I couldn't go to school. I was like hotel hopping.
Wow, as a 4th grader.
Yeah.
With your parents or?
Yeah, well, my aunt and my grandma and my mom.
And they wouldn't accept you into the school because you didn't have like a home address.
Yeah.
And you
like
were
I
literally
couldn't register.
hotel hopping.
Yeah.
And they
That's
had no
wild.
sympathy for you at all.
I
So
missed
even-
like, I don't know, like 70 days that school year. So I had to
Oh,
repeat.
damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So there was a time, I know on your Instagram, there's something that you write on your name that's like, I almost died.
Yeah.
So what is that?
So I almost died is like a metaphor. Like for me, not living my dream is death. So it's like I was at a point where I almost didn't get to live my dream. So to me, that's like I almost died. You know, like not to knock people who like want to work a 9 to 5 and like live that type of lifestyle, but I just know that's not for me. I can't do that.
You were destined for something else.
Yeah. So it's like for me to have to settle for that, I would die inside.
Yeah.
So I almost died is like that almost was my reality. And for me, that would have been dying as like a soul, as like a, you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's I've always felt this way about there's like 2 different demographics of people. There's like the creators and then there's the consumers. And I say this, it makes a whole lot of sense, but there's like creative people who like love to create art, music, fashion, you name it, you know? And then there's the people who like to consume.
Yeah.
I feel like there's kind of like, and there's gonna be some people that are like borderline both. And sometimes there's a creator that gets stuck trying to do this 9 to 5 thing because they're trying to fund this or whatever happens.
And a
to
lot
be.
of times people get discouraged about like something not working out. And then they're like, oh, I give up. I'm just going to settle for this.
Quick.
And it's like, yo, so many people that I didn't even know personally settle with like, yo, this is too hard. I can't do it.
Right.
And then they give up. And then boom, your dreams are dead.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, talent and all of that goes into it, but also I think a huge part of it is just not giving up, right?
Relentless.
Yeah.
Like we're all here because, I mean, I'm sure like growing up, we all know somebody who was better than us at one thing or another, but they quit.
Yep.
And now I'm here.
Yep.
You know what
That's
I mean?
exactly how it is.
It's just literally like, don't give up ever. And
we've
something's
heard it a
going to
million
work
times
out.
From like the most successful people. Everybody talks about it.
Yeah.
And it's real shit.
Yeah, it's the
If
realest.
you can overcome that
As
hardship.
cliche as it sounds, like you just can't quit. Like the second you quit, somebody is jumping right in your spot.
Right.
That's how I think of
No
it.
matter how much work you put in, how far you got, like I don't know if you ever seen a picture, it's like on Instagram and Facebook of the guy in the mine and he's like breaking the rock.
Right.
And he
Turns around.
he quit and turned around and he had like one more
And it would have hit.
smack away
Yep.
from striking gold.
Right.
It's literally that. Cause like you literally never know. Like Wes was saying, like
And that's a perfect example. Like
he could have been like, man, I'm not doing this whack ass show.
Right.
And you never know.
Man.
Like he did this
Right.
shit. One more smack and
Yeah.
you're there, bro.
And I mean, growing up out here and stuff, you kind of damn near learn to not believe that sort of story. Like, yo, this dude just found me on Instagram and everything changed. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck? So, like, the way that my story happened really was like a jading process. Like, I feel like over time you get so jaded because you just start thinking like,
I've heard it all.
it's
I've
not
seen
really
it
gonna
all,
work
right.
out, like whatever, you know? So for it to all come together through like this fucking show I played at a pizza spot and like an Instagram story and the whole thing is
That's a
just
good
like,
story in itself.
wow.
Right.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like it really does come down to just never quitting.
And
Yep.
that's the like those type of blessings are the payoff for your faith.
Right. What
It's
kind of-
like if you don't have if your faith is not that strong and unwavering, you don't even deserve the blessing that comes right after it.
Right.
Like you gotta have that faith.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I wanted to say one thing, like all of this, not giving up and working and all that, but like listening to your story, and I didn't really say this, but I came up like engineering too. So like a big key, like how yours was photography, a big key into the door for me was engineering.
Right.
Because it's like you kind of get to work with artists that might not want to fuck with you on some other shit, but it's like you work with them engineering
and you're
then
networking. And you're
and then they're
in
like,
that
oh, you know
environment.
what, you're dope. Like, let's do this record together.
Yep.
Let's do whatever. And
That's
so
smart.
whether it is a 9 to 5 or a side hustle or whatever, I
Yep.
feel like whatever creative art you're doing, like you do need to do something else to feel that art in the meantime before it can be your all. Because a lot of people, like my most depressed times is when I was just like music and that's all I could do and I'm not even allowed to do anything else.
That's all you
And then
think
you
about.
just get your world becomes so small.
Yeah.
So like if I could say something to like anyone that's listening, it's like, make your world as big as possible, and don't be afraid to spread yourself thin.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be spread thin.
Yep.
You're supposed to stretch yourself. So if that means you have to have a 9 to 5, or if that means like you're engineering when you really want to be rapping, or if you're taking pictures when you really want to be singing and jumping off the stage, like whatever that is, you have to do that too, because that fuels the music and that gets you to your next step. And a lot of
people like to say like a jack of all trades is a master of none. But like, I guess my rebuttal to that would be like, if I have to like trade being a master for one and like being in a box and only being great at one thing, I would rather be like super well-rounded. I would rather be able to write and direct my own videos, track myself in the studio, write my own songs, come up with my own creative direction, make my own beats. You know what I'm saying? I would rather be able to do all of that than only be able to like rap really good. Like that's where like,
it's just
the
like
trade-off is worth it.
It's like being in a group, right? Like
you're living the dream.
Yeah. And if you're
living your dream.
Yeah. And if you're all working together, like it should raise everybody up. And I kind of think about it in the same way with skills that you can obtain, right? Like your different skills kind of push the main one up. So if it's like he's great at visuals and fashion and this and that makes his art as a MC and a singer better. You know what I mean? And so it's definitely about being well-rounded. Like you have to. I think
that's like a old way of thinking. Cause like nowadays, you look at people like fucking Travis Scott, like producer, artist, designer.
He's gonna be performing at the. Sorry to interrupt, but he's gonna be performing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, if you can only do one thing nowadays, somebody is going to come and take your spot because if you're a really good rapper, that's cool. But there's really good rappers who can also produce really good. They can also do this, that, and the third really good. So if you're not like we live in an age where like information and being able to learn is like accessible to more accessible than ever. So if you're not like picking up something else and you're only good at one thing, somebody else is going to be good at that what you can do plus a bunch of other shit.
Definitely. And I mean, even like I'm new signing to like Interscope and stuff, and like I love my label, I love everybody there, but at the same time you can see like over the past 10 years or so probably like labels aren't set up to do all that shit for you. Like you as an artist, you have to have a vision. You have to understand directing. You have to understand.
I think they actually
all
seek
of that
out too.
Right. Because they're not set up to do it for you. You
know
what I mean?
You already established and multifaceted. Like, okay, this dude's already up and running. It's got all his shit taken care of.
You have to have your brand taken care of. No one's gonna make that up for you. Especially because at the end of the day, they know that they're competing with, like he said, like a random kid who is doing it all. And he has just as much chance as somebody who's signed to a label to pop. So it's like when you're competing with that, you have to be that too. Like a label's not gonna help you get from point A to point B.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I mean?
want you there,
right?
Like to know that you're able to be able to do that even on your own. You know?
Exactly.
And Beale's a perfect example. He's not signed to a major label yet. No. But he's already taking care of the photography, doing the videos, making the music.
I'm gonna tell you this. When Spotify released like the stats and shit at the end of the year, granted, like you said, I'm not on a major or anything. I got my streaming numbers for like my social media ratio is ridiculous.
Right.
We looking at people with 2 million followers who cracking 1 million Spotify streams. And it's like, I don't know what the disconnect is, but that just make me feel good about what I'm doing. It's like, yo, I don't have anywhere near as much clout, followers or anything as you guys. But when you go on the Spotify and you see the numbers, it's like,
yeah, because as much as we did just talk about being well-rounded, I think one thing not to like let go is the fact that whatever your main craft is, that should be your strongest suit.
Right.
Like if you a rapper, but you better at making clothes than rapping. Like just make clothes, bro.
Exactly.
And then use the rap as a side to push that. But I think there's a lot of people that are making music and that's not their strongest aspect. So it's like that disconnect probably comes from there. It's like, yo, your music speaks for itself. So regardless of the numbers on Instagram, regardless of anything, the music is gonna fucking move. And I think too many people forget about that part.
What if you fall back on the person who, let's say, for instance, say you're a painter.
Right.
But you aspire to be a rapper. You've always wanted to be a rapper. That's what you dream of every day.
Yeah.
But your painting is your strength.
Yeah.
And we talk about not giving up. You know, so how do we, at what point do you like not give up on rapping and stick to painting?
It's like this. why are you rapping? Are you rapping because that's what you want to do, or are you rapping to make money? Because if you're rapping because you love it and that's your thing, then you could rap behind closed doors and make music for yourself. You don't have to like aggressively chase a rap career as a living. So I guess it just comes down to like.
Let me ask you this: why are you rapping?
Because this is what makes me feel alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the spot that I was placed in. Like, just to like give you an example, like my aunt was dating a rapper, and I looked up to him, whatever. His best friend, who he had a company with, was my next door neighbor.
Okay.
And he had a studio at his house. My mom's boyfriend at the time started rapping with them. This fool was like coming to me. I was helping him write his raps at 14.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I
was always.
I can do this.
It was like the universe just put me in that position.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I could have been around fucking painters, like you said, and then maybe I would have been a painter.
Inspired by painting.
But the spot that I was put in a position, I was always around music.
That's dope.
Like my grandma would listen to Sade and all Motown, Berry Gordy shit.
Ooh.
And then like my aunt would listen to Nickelback. My dad's listening to fucking Dipset, D-Block.
You said your aunt was listening to Nickelback?
Yeah. Yeah. My mom's listening to like Diamond Girl, freestyle, dance music.
How did you come about singing?
Singing?
Because like you sing and
I'm gonna tell you a
rap.
funny ass story. So I actually, when Chris Brown came out with Yo,
Oh yes.
I wanted to be a singer so bad.
We all
And
did.
this is before auto-tune.
He's like, Chris can do it, I can do it.
So I wanted to sing. And then I heard myself sing and I realized I sucked. So I was like, it's much easier to get good at rapping first than it is to get good at singing.
And you were saying something about this on one of the breaks. The crutch, the whole thing, like, don't use
Auto-tune?
Right.
Yeah. So on some shit, like a lot of people use auto-tune as like an effect. Like, so let me rephrase that. A lot of people use auto-tune as a crutch because they can't sing.
Right.
When you can sing and you can harmonize, auto-tune like enhances you. It helps you like
makes the tone sound silkier. Kind of gives this like silky gloss to things that like wouldn't be there before. But it's a lot of people that are tone deaf and be getting in there, and the auto tune is basically writing the melodies for them.
Yeah.
You know?
So like
Put
what
me
you
on
said.
Lil Wayne setting, and I'll just do it.
Right.
So like what you said, you were like, yeah, you don't like use it all the time. Like I use it a lot, but the reason why it doesn't always sound like it is because I'm actually singing in key.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just helping you a little bit.
So
just
the
tighten it up a little
auto-tune,
bit.
if you sing out of key, the auto-tune will put you back in key.
Right.
But if you're already in key, it just, like he said, it adds like a silkiness to it. It adds just like a little...
that aesthetic, you know, but it's not the same thing as someone who's just yelling and it's
sing,
just
right.
I gotta slip in one more song. This is Pardon Me. This is the one. This is one of my personal favorites.
Yes.
And, it's actually my actual favorite song by Aunt Beale. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get into it. This is Pardon Me by Aunt Beale, y'all. Pardon me, but that's a fucking banger.
That's a fucking banger.
Whoa.
No, seriously, the
talk.
first time I heard it, that was the first one to go in my playlist on my Spotify.
Pardon me.
Man, I love it.
We're coming up to a wrap on the show. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor. It's our weed sponsor, Incognito. There's a pre-roll for you.
Stay in school,
And one
kids.
for you.
Hey.
Joy, I always bless you.
Okay,
and your
Oprah.
manager. Everybody get some weed. And the video guy, Connor. I'll just put yours right there. That's for Connor.
Oprah came through.
You guys, thanks for coming on Dash Radio today.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank you for having us,
Thank you
man.
for having me.
Shout out, Ant.
And go ahead and let the listeners know where they can find you. Social media, where they
You can
download.
find me in your girlfriend's DM
Ooh.
at Psych9.
This girl's like, what?
Yeah, right. I'm just kidding. Look, at Aunt Beale _ on Instagram and Twitter. That's ANTBEALE _ YouTube, Aunt Beale. You know, I'm around.
Yeah. And at West Period, WESPERIOD on everything. I'm there.
And look out for their record, Disgusting, that's coming out here in about a month or so.
Yeah.
And music video as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, both of you guys, and congrats on all your success. And we look forward to having you back on the show.
Thank you.
course.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
be back.
Pull up.
Yeah. We coming.
I'm
Keep
coming
killing
back.
it. I see you guys
Yeah.
going places.
I'm
excited.
gonna come back and drop off Disgusting for sure.
There it is.
sure.
All right,
You heard
cool.
it right here on the Kickback Show. Dash Radio. Joy,
Whoa.
we out here.
Yeah.